Hey friends, so you've probably heard from myself and other ecologists and landscape designers and landscape gardeners not to clean up your yards yet, not to clean up the leaf litter, the stems, to go clean up those perennials. And the reason being, that's where our beneficial insects are still in diapause. They're still dormant. So I'm going to tell you of some things that you can be doing now instead of cleaning up your yard. Okay, first of all, check your rain barrels. If you had flipped them over for the winter as you should have, or just detached them from your downspouts, now's a great time to reattach. If our nighttime temperatures are above -5 or -2, you just don't want water freezing in the spigot or in the seals, right? That we just don't want that cracking. The biggest issue is when you have a lot of water stretching the barrel and cracking the barrel. So if you have, yeah, if you are above -5 at night, then you can definitely set up your rain barrels. Catch that water sooner. When you set them up, make sure they're clean on the inside. Give them a scrub. Don't use bleach. You don't want to release that into the environment, okay? But scrub them out, wash them out, reset them. You can put in a debris trap in your rain barrel. Make sure your rain barrel's overflowing onto your lawn or ideally into a planting bed. So you're making like a rain garden. That's awesome. So set up your rain barrels. First thing. Second thing, let's think about more cleanup. Clean your pots. If you didn't clean them up in the fall, get your pots ready, whether they are for your vegetables or your annuals. It's a great time. Give them a cleanup so when you are ready to plant them, you can. Another thing you can do is, you can tabulate how much mulch you need for top dressing of your landscape beds, so that if you need to add some mulch, cedar chip or local blend, now's the time. Remember, you want a minimum of a 4-inch depth, no fabric underneath, 4-inch depth of your landscape wood mulch. All right, so if it's started to biodegrade at the soil level and you're down to 2 inches, time to top that up by 2 inches. So order your mulch, get that set up. Go down to the local PV Mart or UFA, get some wood chip, untreated, kiln dried wood chip from the PV Mart or UFA. I think I said that already, but that stuff is amazing for your vegetable garden beds. You just add an inch of that in about June once our soil has warmed up. Grab them now before it's sold out. Hey, there's a straw bale sale with the city of Edmonton. Go get some straw. It is there's a reason strawberries are called strawberries. They do great with straw. Your squash plants do great with straw around. So excellent for mulching, excellent to feed your compost with. You can straw bale garden. So this is a great time to do other cleanups that aren't disturbing your beneficial insects and to start planning what resources you're going to need. One of my favorite products, Mike. It is mycorrhizal inoculant. It is a natural fungal inoculant that's put into there's ones for vegetables, there are ones for flowering plants, there's another one for trees and shrubs. Go get some of that. Go get some sea soil. Love sea soil. It's Canadian, it's organic, it has macro and micronutrients, it's compost. That's some good stuff. So hold up. Don't go out there. Don't get those pruners and scissors out there. Don't get that rake out there. I see all y'all on your lawn raking it up. I guess you can with your lawn, but even then, I'd hold off. Finally, observe. See where, when we have these rains and these snow melts, where is your water going on your property? What is the drainage course? Where do you have ephemeral pooling? Ephemeral being it's temporary, comes in the spring or maybe in the fall, comes and infiltrates your soil or taken up by your plants. See where that is. Maybe plan your future flowering beds in that area, your perennial beds, your trees, your shrubs. Maybe it's a water issue. So put in some water loving plants in that area that can handle that inundation. So see where your water's going. See where your snow load hasn't totally melted off yet. So, whether it's you shoveling off of your driveways, your sidewalks, your decks, is that a spot that the snow melts last because it's partially shaded and you have a lot of snow that has been compacted? That's a great spot for a borderline hardy plant that can handle, if it's a shady area, you want it to be appropriate for the sun. But if it is full sun and still has snow there, that's a great spot for your zone 4 plants. I have a perennial fuchsia. Perennial fuchsia here, Sherwood Park, Central Alberta, that gets a ton of snow on it in my front yard. Does great. My zone 4 plum, it's doing fine. It gets a ton of snow. So you want to bring in some borderline hardy plants? I'm not so worried about the full sun as I am of protecting those roots. I know what I'm talking about. So clean up rain barrels, pots, source your products like your mulch, your compost, your inoculations, some fish emulsions. Source your stuff, man. Go find your stuff. And then thirdly, observe. Did you notice songbirds nesting in certain trees? Don't disturb them. This is nesting season. Leave those trees alone for a little while, okay? Notice that coyotes move through a certain part of your acreage and you're planting a chicken coop. Don't put the coop there, hey? Finding some stones lying about, extra boulders or retaining block, make a little pyramid or cluster of them, and that's awesome for beneficial insect habitat. There's lots you can do. Clean your pollinator water bowls or your bird baths. Clean your bird feeders. All those things, people. Lots you can do. Put down the pruners, clean up other stuff, source your stuff, and observe. I got nothing else to do. Have questions? Send them to me. I'm healing.